coming in here just trying to play with a lot of energy. We didn't start the game off well, but we picked it up, had the energy and had the pace that we want, got the stops that we wanted. It was a good win for us.
Team defense obviously takes all 5 guys, but there's individual things that say Larry can do. How does that help the overall team defense?
Well, I mean, it helps out because those guys are so individually talented defensively that it allows the back three or the front line or the back line to be able to kind of stay home a lot of the times. Obviously, G. Hill's hands, Larry's length and athleticism allows us to kind of keep everything at bay. So, our league is all pick and roll. So when you got a point guard and you got a center that can play 2-on-2 and the other 3 can kind of stay, at bay, it helps out everybody.
After a tough night shooting for everyone last night, how important was it for you to keep the
It's key. I mean, it was very key for us. And we got in late last night, too. A lot of guys were just, I won't say tired, but sleepy. We didn't get a lot of sleep. And, but for us to come out with the energy that we had, for the most part, 48 minutes was a good game for us.
LeBron, here in Memphis, next month, 50th anniversary of Dr. King's assassination. You've been outspoken before. I know you like to read in the postseason. Have you read any of Dr. King's words?
Listen, I think it's a part of my everyday life. I don't need to go into a book or go online and look at Dr. King's words. I think what he did, what he said, transcend our time today. A guy who was before his time, obviously, and while we're celebrating the last few days of Black History Month, he's definitely someone that we always remember. Being here in Memphis, understanding that this was the place of his assassination. I think, unfortunately, we had to take away a great leader, but in return, I think it brought a lot of people together. But we're still fighting. We're still trying to figure out those same things that he talked about years and years ago. But he's definitely an inspiration to all of us.
Sunday, you guys started a 5-game homestand. It's the longest of the year. Is that a chance to really kind of take control of this regular season?
No, I just want to play well. We can't look at the homestand. We've lost a lot of games at home. We've been playing better right now on the road. So, but we get an opportunity to kind of get settled. It seems like we haven't been home, like you said, in a while. So to be able to just get acclimated, being back home, that helps out a lot. So I look forward to the challenges that we have.
With the teams being so close to the Eastern Conference 3 through 9, do you really care as far as what the season is going to end up being for you guys?
As long as I'm not 9 through 15, then I got a chance. And we got a chance.
To constantly push the pace in LA, and now here, are you seeing the benefits of it already with the Cavs?
Definitely. Just getting out and running is something that benefits. It benefits my game, just kind of being fast and athletic on the break. So having somebody that can push the break like LeBron and see you no matter where you're at is ridiculous.
I could see quite a few lobs coming as we unfold this season from LeBron to yourself or Jordan. Does it take long to get used to that, to play with a guy like LeBron?
All I got to do is finish, so my job's the easy part. He's anytime if you're open even a little bit, sometimes he throws you open. So it's just learning to be ready at all times, and I'm learning.
You picked up your 3rd foul there in the 2nd quarter, and you had 7 fouls going back to last night. How frustrated were you when you got hit with that block, and how did you come back from it to put up the numbers you did in the 3rd quarter?
I wasn't frustrated about the block. I was more frustrated about the turnover before it, because I thought it was a charge, so I can live with that, that call. But I think it's more so just I'm excited. I'm trying to be aggressive, change the pace on defense. So hacking a little bit, I'll slow down. But it's just kind of refocusing. Second half started and it was just a new ball game. 3 fouls means nothing in the second half, so you can just play normal, and it worked out.
When you came here, you had to know that this team wasn't good defensively. Did you see that as an area where you could make an impact and make an early place for yourself in this team?
Absolutely. That's how I got on the floor in the first, as a rookie. Defense is it's hard to keep somebody off the court when they can play some defense. So, I knew whether shots are falling or not, or whether I'm ready for passes or not. Defense, I can always hang my hat on, and no matter if shots are falling or not, you can count on that.
Tyson, one of the things that surprised him with you is the way you can go straight up and down and the rule of verticality and all that. There's not many guys who do that. Is that something that you've worked on? And
my first year, I played with Roy Hibbert, so the godfather of the verticality, the Hibbert rule. So yeah, he showed me that a little bit, and then we worked on it Worked on a little bit in LA.
Do you think you've mastered it?
No, yeah, absolutely not. I haven't mastered it, but hey, worked pretty good tonight.
But you seem to enjoy making good defensive plays, being in the right place at the right time, don't you?
I love it. I love it. It's disruptive to their offense. You know, it gets us moving and running, and whenever you've got athletes on the court that can run, getting stops is huge.
Do you know when your New Jersey comes?
No idea. No idea. I know it's not Sunday. That's all I know.
Yeah, the ABC game. I was wondering if maybe that was the time to break it out.
I believe not.
Okay, so I didn't think so. I think I'll be wearing the 24 for that one still.
Larry, on the team you played with in LA, how aware were you guys of your defensive ranking throughout the season? I mean, it was something that you knew, like your standings, the same idea, or you didn't necessarily?
As a team, not necessarily. We kept track a little bit, but I try to stay in tune to that a lot. You know, so leaving the Lakers, I think we were a top 10 team defensively, and that was a huge pride, because we were 30th last year. And that was something that I think the entire team prided ourselves on. So I think I saw in the locker room before the game yesterday that we're 27th in field goal defense. You can count on that changing.
You admitted that you didn't shoot the ball like you did the first couple games. You got that going tonight. You also had defense going for you. Was that a comfort factor, or what allowed you to have your best game with the Cavs?
I mean, just playing basketball. As a player, you hate to play bad, so you take that in consideration and you sleep on it. And for a team, you try to do the best you can to make up for that. So me, just trying to be aggressive, do the things that I'm capable of doing, and just having fun out there.
Maybe I was just paying attention more. Did you happen to run more pick and roll with LeBron tonight than you had in the first couple of games?
No, it was just a matter of some shots went in tonight when they didn't go in yesterday. It was nothing different. We got active on the defensive end and turned some defensive stops and some good transition buckets and things like that. But I think we just played a great defensive game in the second half.
When you say playing a great defensive game, like schematically, what do you think about the plan and what you guys are trying to accomplish defensively based on other good defensive teams you've played?
I mean, just communication, is the biggest key. I feel like tonight in the second half, no matter if a guy was beat, another guy was there to help out, and the guy who helped out, there was another one making a rotation. So I feel like we just gave that extra effort all night long, and it got some easy stops, like I said, and got us, going on offensive end with some easy buckets.
Since the new team's gotten together, you've kept an opponent under 100. You had 13 steals tonight. What does that say as far as defensive improvement throughout this organization?
We still got to get better. I thought the first quarter, defensively wasn't as good. I thought the second quarter on we got physical, got into the body, got into the ball a little bit on pick and rolls, and we got to continue to keep improving. But overall, pretty good, for the first 3 or 4 games. So now we just got to keep working and get better.
You were pretty sloppy in the first quarter. Did you turn it around with defense tonight?
Yeah, I just, during the timeouts, just telling the guys, especially at halftime, I don't know how we're up, but we're up. After playing a bad half of basketball, in the second half, we got to be better. And I thought at times, instead of, being a competition, we turned it into a show, So, we got serious and, started making the right play and stopped turning the basketball over and was able to score the basketball.
You look at scouting reports, you see these guys as opponents, but how much did you actually know about the new guys that you got in terms of what they can do both ends of the floor? Has anything surprised you to this point, or did you have a pretty good handle on it?
Larry Nance's verticality at the rim, I think blocking shots at the rim, changing shots is big. I knew about Clarkson being able to score the basketball, but I didn't know he's that good defensively as far as getting into the ball, getting over screens, and Rodney Hood just playing both sides of the ball. And, of course, I know G Hill, but they all have been great additions. Great kids, great guys to work with, and we just got to continue to keep working.
We were actually talking about Larry's verticality during the game. Seems like too many guys don't do that anymore. Like Hibbert obviously was very well known for it.
Timo was great. Timo was great at it. And, with the new rule, you're in a restricted area, just jumping straight up. And with his vertical at the rim, a lot of guys can't even see the rim. So it's huge for us.
George Hill, his on-ball defense we'd spoken about earlier, but tonight he had a couple, and I think in the Boston game as well, there's interception-type steals from his length. Did you know he had that in his repertoire? And those seem to be the type of plays where you can turn it immediately into offense.
Yeah, he has a 7-foot wingspan, so, trying to throw the ball over his head in transition He's always going to be able to get to those. And like you said, it's big for us turning defense into offense.
LeBron had a triple-double. Is he still good?
He's all right.